Honestly, can you imagine? I think we have about 80, 100 here today? 80. And can you imagine if 80 people next week each brought up another friend? I'm not even going to say Malay. Alright, because let's not be racial, let's be colorblind about it. Let's just think about taking the message out far and wide. But if in the process, if each of you brought along a Malay friend, wouldn't that be fantastic? But if each of you said, hey, guess what? I'm a victim of polarization, I don't have a Malay friend. People, you got to deal with your problem first then. Let's confront them. So, one, we have plans underway to take the message out to a more diverse crowd. Number two, sir, can we work with the polarization problem, please? Thank you.
I have no problem with that.
Yes.
This polarization thing is something that I think should not, in the first place, be there, you see. You know, I'm in the 60s, I was brought up at back when there was no such thing as Malay Chinese Indian, you see. And I want to see that happening, you see, which is why I'm here. But the main thing is that, you know, to really get the change going, it is a 70%. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Any other? Yes, there's a.
I think I would tend to agree with this crowd to a certain extent. One question I'll ask you is, assuming this was a 95% Bhumiputra crowd, a Malay crowd, just say, I don't want to bring up the polarization thing. Would the same message be carried like what you just told us, or would it be altered to suit their taste?
Identical.
Okay, sorry to say again. But I would say some of it, not to comment or not to this thing, I would say some of it would seem like Malay bashing and Islam bashing. To a certain extent. That's my opinion. Sorry, I'm a Hindu and Indian.
For those who are interested in alternative views on Islam, you may want to go to my blog, http://jahami.blogspot.com. It's called Journey to God, where the Islam part of it, where I argue giving alternative views, which is not actually Islam bashing, my blog, but a different, complete alternative views of Islam. Now, for example, if you look at the latest issue, Dr. Asri is my good friend. I have actually spoken to him about 3 years ago about the lack of freedom for a Muslim to practice his own faith. He did not see the point there. But recently, when he, are you following the Dr. Asri issue? The former Mufti of Perlis, when he himself was stopped from talking in Selangor. And now he tells me, yeah, you are right. You know, this is ridiculous. So those kind of things. Even the Malays are going through that change. And I also give some talks to various universities. I meet Malay students, and I give an alternative view of what Islam says. So the young ones are really picking up. It's the old ones that's a problem because of wealth.
So I think in fairness, if you try to recall what was said by the speakers, I don't think it was Islam bashing. I think it was perhaps a criticism of Islam as I say and Islamists, which is two different things. It wasn't Malay bashing, it was perhaps taking umbrage with certain quarters of that particular ethnic group that lay claim to a position which they say is to be found in the Constitution. And I think the speaker didn't agree, and he may have taken that position strongly, but I'm sure you can appreciate that it wasn't Malay bashing or Islam bashing, it was really taking a different position with those proponents. That's really what it was. And back to your question, it's the same message that we take. 5 key messages, it doesn't matter what the audience is.
My name is Benjamin. I think this is totally a different area. I just want to bring up, because I have a lot of cousins, friends who are the age of 18 to 20 plus. You know, like you said, all the years ago, I've got my cousins to the register to get them registered, but still they never go and vote when the time comes. The problem is, I send them a lot of emails on this political news and all that. And when I ask them what is your response, they say like, this is not my problem. You know, I sit down with my cousin, with a university friend, and I say, hey, you know what's happening in KL, you know what's happening in RPK, like you say, who? You know? And the thing is that the consciousness of the how you put that, awareness, how you build the awareness in this youth. You know, when you come 30 plus, 40 plus, you start thinking, oh, I have a child, I think of future. Yes, above 30, above 40, you will have that type of awareness. But when you are about 20, 21, 22, girlfriend, what am I going to do when I leave university? You know, the last thing that comes down is just maybe political. You know, it's not there in that top range. So I thought maybe you can give me some guidelines for anybody here. I think some people see the children, you bring up anything. I mean, after 20 years, 22, 25 years old, they hardly read newspaper. Except the entertainment or the sports. The first 10 pages, okay, I mean, even the alternative media, you know, the last thing they want to go through that. You know? So,
I think that is a fantastic point that you've raised, which we should address. Haris, would you like to take? Okay, actually, this is something that is of great interest to us, and we have talked about this at SABM, Anak Bangsa Malaysia. So earlier, somebody mentioned me as Anak Bangsa Melayu. No, Anak Bangsa Malaysia. SABM, we actually have a program which we call the Youth Outreach, and we have initiated an activity which we have labeled as Bangkit. We want the youth to arise. The thing is this, as you said, they have got a different interest. So we need to talk to them in the language that they appreciate or understand. And this program we are using, the language we're using is music. We want, first of all, you see, when you tell people things, they're not interested in listening to you. When you ask them to talk to you, then they have plenty to say. And that's what we're trying to do. We want the youth to talk to us, to tell us what they want for the country. But you ask them to write speeches and not, you think they got time. So what we're doing is we're asking them to write songs. And that program is actually going to be announced on the 1st of April. It's already on the web. You go to jombangkit.org, jombangkit.org, jombangkit.org. Our website is up. And we've got information that's coming up every now and then. We want to reach out to the youth of the country to compose their own songs and submit the songs, and then among them we will select, probably we'll put it up on the internet for voting, for the young people to vote. The top 20 songs will be picked up, and then we'll get professional musicians to pick from those top 20 best 10, and those best 10 will be professionally sung and recorded onto a CD, and this CD will be out for distribution. So this is where we want the youth to come to us and tell us how shall we improve the country, what can we do. So once the youth start to talk to us, then they will start paying attention. If it's we talking to them, I don't think they're going to pay so much attention. That is one of the approaches we're taking. We're thinking about these things. But to what extent is it going to go? It is, as Mary said, baby steps. We're just starting, step by step. Sorry, you want to add something to that?
I had the same experience. For 2 years, I've been trying to convince this nephew of mine. He's about 30 odd now. Very successful event management company. Well, I think he's a millionaire by now. Now, every time I talk to him about this, oh, don't talk to me about this Sampu. Sampu in Cantonese means third uncle. No, Lisa, I'm not keen at all about this. For 2 years at every family function, I drummed this in all my relatives. But he was the one that I couldn't get through. But last week, I think the God smiled. This was at my daughter's going away party. She went to Japan to studies. You know what this nephew of mine told me? Sampu, you know, I just registered as a voter. I almost fell on my chair. And I have been for the past 2 months at all the seminars that I have held. I have spoken about this, about all the things that you have told me over the past 2 years, what our country is going through. Now, hallelujah. Please, Benjamin, be patient. Continue on. Do what you have. Thank you.